Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. Today we're going to take a look at a Switch game that has actually been out for a few years across several of the last console generations that were within the last 5 years. It is Retro City Rampage DX, which is a over-the-top, retro-style, open-world type of chaotic game that's often compared to GTA. Is it worth playing today? Is it worth, if you've had it in the past, getting the Switch version? That's what we're going to find out today in today's review. So Retro City Rampage DX, as I mentioned, makes its way to the Nintendo Switch with the latest version from the past 5 years. And upon first impression, this often gets compared to some of the older GTA games when they first came out. This over-the-top, open-world view that allows you to steal cars, weapons, kill people, run people over, just do all sorts of madness in a nice little town. And, you know, that is a fair assumption, but Retro City Rampage actually is a parody of everything that is about GTA in the 1980s in a good love letter that has a lot of references peppered in. If you, whatever you could think of, name it. Mario, Zelda, Ninja Turtles references, there's Bill and Ted, Back to the Future, all sorts of things 80s involved in such a great little independent game. The first time I played Retro City Rampage actually was on the PlayStation 4, and I loved it so much that I had to get it on the 3DS just so I can have it portably. And now it's on the Switch, so I get the best of both worlds. We get portable and docked mode, so you can pick it up and play it literally at home or on the go. Now, if you haven't played Retro City Rampage, the basic story is you play as a guy named Player who gets involved under a crime group under a guy named the Jester. They go to rob a bank, things don't go well, a doctor inside of a time machine pops up, the guy goes to the past, and then he's tasked with getting parts to it. Now, of course, that's a big throwback to Back to the Future, which is a great series. So you got Dr. Chocolate and his DeLorean time machine, and that's the story. You complete missions in order to get different pieces of the time machine and other stuff. So most of the missions are fetch quest, which, you know, keeping up in the retro theme of this, there's not really much you could do as far as missions other than fetch quests and certain things that are simple like that. But that's the good thing in the game. The game is not really necessarily story driven. In fact, you don't even have to do the missions for the story mode. You could do a free roam mode, which is actually one of the modes in the game, and just explore the city, find all the Easter eggs, which are littered all over the place, and just have overall fun with this game. There's no limit to what you can do. You can steal any random vehicle you see on the street, run people over, shoot people, cause a whole bunch of chaos, and just keep doing it. Story mode does give you from point to point, and it can be completed within a few hours. It's not too long of a story, but you still have the option to explore the world even in story mode. Overall, I think the story is pretty neat, and it has a lot of personality and charm. As I mentioned, this is a love letter to the 80s. The cutscenes, I guess, the interaction between characters, the sprites, the way the colors look in this game, it's all pretty true and kind of has that good retro feel when you're playing it. The music is intense. Everything about this game screams classic 90s, 80s, and V-Blank Entertainment did a great job with that. Presentation overall, this game is wonderful. Now, what does the Switch version bring? Well, it brings all the latest updates that you've had up until this point, but it also has some adjustments and tweaking to certain difficulty of some missions, and the controls are better than ever. This is like the first 2 analog stick version on a Nintendo system, so you can use the analog sticks to aim better with combat with your gun and everything. There's also an auto aim option if you hold down the Y button, so there's a lot of variety of how to correctly use the combat in this, and just the whole fact of 2 analog sticks finally on a Nintendo system makes this the best controlling version on a Nintendo console. And I know that seems like a small, big deal, Eric, but it's nice. There's 60 story missions and 40 arcade challenges and a whole lot of parody fun littered throughout this game. As I mentioned, most of the missions are fetch quests, which can get a bit repetitive, but given the simple nature of the game, you can't expect much beyond that. Just have fun, enjoy the charm of the game, and understand that it does not take itself seriously. I found the gamepad in portable mode quite amazing. And any way you choose to play this game, the game controls beautifully because across all control options for the Nintendo Switch, it's well done. When out in the open world causing chaos, you can just easily use the left or right buttons to switch your weapons, and then you run and gun and drive your way around. Your character can walk down the street and steal any vehicle with the ease just by pushing X button. You're able to shoot straight ahead or in 8 directions with the right stick, or even locked onto a target using the fire button like I mentioned, and you can even Mario jump on top of your enemies. As I mentioned, there's 3 modes of gameplay. There's story mode, free play, and arcade challenge. Arcade challenges are able to be played in short bursts, which is perfect for a portable system. These are simple little challenges like running people over or accomplishing certain feats in the game in order to, I guess, win them. It's nice little completion achievement type of stuff that a lot of nerds get into, and yeah, this game takes care of the nerds. There's even simple little things you could do in the game that can even make the presentation a lot better, like making it look like an arcade machine, an old school TV, or even a Game Boy. At $15.99, the Switch version is priced just right for the amount of content and enjoyment you'll get out of this, and being able to carry this game anytime, anyplace, anywhere, put it in sleep mode, pick it up, play it on the bus, put it back on your TV instantly, I feel makes this the most definitive version of Retro City Rampage, and it is a must-buy for the Nintendo Switch. I cannot get enough of this game. It's perfect, and it's totally worth it. And guess what? A physical version is actually coming out rather soon. You probably missed the pre-order for it, but hopefully they'll have enough restocks for people like me and you to get a physical version of this game. And well, guys, that is it for today's video. Thanks a lot for watching. If you're new to the channel, leave a subscribe, comment, and like below. Thanks a lot for watching as always. I'll see you next time. Peace out.